Welcome to a casted game of Age of Empires 4. Spawning in on the left-hand side of the map, we've got Lenok here. We haven't seen Lenok in quite a while, but he's here on the ladder playing as the Ottomans in the color red. His opponent today is going to be spawning in on the right-hand side, or more the south side of the map. It's going to be Crackdy here. He's going to be playing the good old classic China. Going to be opening up with that mill immediately as well. Pretty standard stuff here. I wouldn't be surprised to see the classic village opening here for him. And we can see Lenok gonna be immediately building the military school. Interesting to see. I mean, we've seen a bit of both. I mean, I really like how the Ottomans are playing at the moment, because it's sort of like a 50-50 split on whether we see an Age 1 military school or not. You know, sometimes we see this, sometimes we don't. I mean, I would say it's a little bit more we do see the Age 1 military school, but you know, we do see some players and not deciding to go for this approach quite often as well. But we can see there it is going to be the village opening for Crackdy. It's a pretty standard stuff here. He's got a nice little position here. He's got his berry right up close to his gold. And we can see has Lenok. He's only opened one scout, so both players only on the one scout today. Definitely falling for the current meta, that is for sure. I mean, two scouts is really just fallen off. It's really sad to see. But anyway, we do have the spearman coming out from Lenok, and you know, it's going to be able to get a pretty nice position here on Crackdy. So Crackdy might look to go for the Barbican first. But then again, I mean, something that I've realized is that villagers fuck up a spearman. Like, I feel like the spearmen are a little bit worthless, because they just kind of die to like, you know, get like these 8 villagers, and they all stab the spearman. They would kill it in like two hits. It's actually funny how quickly these guys die. I don't know. I feel like they shouldn't probably do that, but hey, I don't know. We're gonna have to see how Lenok decides to use up how he decides to use this spearman. Not exactly sure how much value he's gonna get from it, but you know, obviously having an Age 1 military school is always nice. Getting a couple free spearmen out nice and early is always much appreciated. You can see Lenok is going to be running into a wolf, actually deciding to kill the wolf first. Spearman already down to 65 out of his 80 HP, and Crackdy looking to go for the Imperial Academy first. Gonna be having, yeah, that's a pretty decent spot, I'd say. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really pay much attention to the placement of like the Imperial Academy and whatever, but we can see the Spearman is here for Lenok now. Gonna be dealing a little bit of damage onto the Spearman. The stand ground does come through for him. It's just gonna be standing there for now. Lenok finally realizing his Spearman's not actually been doing anything. He's going to be running around again, and does Crackdy look to just try and melee down this Spearman. I mean, he can do it. If he pulls it in a little bit, he can just pull all of these villagers, and he can probably one-hit it. We're going to have to see, though. See, look how much damage they do. I mean, I guess Lenok's just using up APM at the moment, but what APM are you exactly using up at this point in the game? I don't know. I feel like this isn't... Yeah, I don't know. Second Spearman is going to be here now for Lenok, so I feel like the key to this might be to just wait for your second Spearman. Try and not lose as much health on your first Spearman as possible, because once you've got 2, then it's going to be very hard for players to try and melee down the Spearman. And we can see there the town center takes a nice shot, taking out the first Spearman, and really nice Barbican position here for Crackdy. I mean, he could have even gone here. Maybe I don't think maybe he couldn't fit it in here. Yeah, I think that might have been a bit of a small gap, but if he managed to put it in here, that would have been really nice. But either way, still a very nice position here. He can get up a mill on this deer as well. But Lenok going to be falling back with this Spearman for now. We have another one on the way as well, just behind that sacred site. There we go. And Lenok has decided to age up with the Sultanhani trade network. This is an odd position. I mean, if you're gonna build it like near the back of your base, I mean, at least build it like here, and then just like stone wall here. But interesting to see from Lenok, he's actually gonna be trading with this. Oh, he's Lenok. I don't know about this, Lenok. I don't know about this one. Crackly is going to be spotting this one out. I thought Lenok would have been trading with this one over here, but I mean, I guess Crackly can't exactly do a lot about this at the minute, because obviously Crackly's got no units out. He is on that Song Dynasty, and I'd expect him to be going on to a second town center shortly. But yeah, we can see the scout is going to be chasing these traders. I don't think the scout will be able to kill it in time. Does 1 HP per hit. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. I mean, it's walking pretty slowly. We're gonna have to see. I mean, imagine if Lenok loses this. But I guess this is a benefit of having these spearmen here. That he's gonna be able to take out the scout. So I think he's gonna be able to get that home. We're gonna have to see how much gold he gets from this. But we did hear the first vizier was in for Lenok. He did go for the Anatolian hills. Does make those 8. He does get the 8 sheep and obviously the extra mining speed. And he's also building a second military school as well now, which take a look back over here at Crackdy. Going to be going into some Chukanu. So Chukanu do very well up against the Ottoman, I feel, just because the Ottoman love to go for their age 2 archers, and I feel like Chukanu just trade better. I mean, yeah. So let's have a look at these traders. Going to be bringing in 165 gold each, and I mean, if he manages to get this back, you know, I feel like that trip's worth it. And then, yeah, we can see from now on, Lenok is going to be trading with this other one, which only brings in 73 gold, which isn't as much, but maybe this is actually pretty big brain. I mean, because Crackety can't react to this at first. And so you manage to get one really nice trade-off where you get 165 gold. And then the rest of the traders you can just use on your closer trade post. So I think that's actually pretty big brain from Lenok right there. I like what he's done. And behind this, I think he's going to be going for a second town center as well. So Lenok really looking to go for a very economic heavy approach. And I guess you can sort of do it when you've got 2 military schools here. Both going to be making Spahi. We can see this one is going to be making that spearman first, but it will make Spahi after this one's been trained. And that's going to be the town center, going to be securing up this gold mine and the deer right here. But we can see Crackety not looking to go for 2 TCs. I think he's read what Lenok's doing here perfectly, and he's just going to be going with the 1 base into mass Chukanu. And this could be really, really bad for Lenok. I mean, he's gone very, very greedy. I mean, the second town center plus the trade, I mean, pretty crazy stuff. And if I was Lenok, I'd be taking these villagers off the gold, because what are you going to be using the gold for? Crackety might be able to get some nice shots off here. Lenok, why are you still on the stone? Is Lenok going for a 3rd town center? We see villagers are going to be going down there. 2 villagers are already dead right there for Lenok. Another one might be going down as well. More villagers in the wood line going down as well. Oh, Lenok, no. And we see there, Crackety already 13 villagers ahead of him. Ram already coming down from Crackety. That is an early ram. We see that blacksmith is being supervised right now. He's already grabbed his +1 ranged attack, grabbing his +1 ranged defense, and already got his siege engineering in. I feel like Crackety has read Lenok perfectly here. And we see a village has been pulled as well, going to be denying the trade here. So that means Lenok's going to have to walk around the whole base here to get back to his market, and that's gonna mean some dead traders. That is definitely gonna mean some dead traders. And we can see this ram is gonna be slowly burning down these houses. Slowly, I mean, Crackety can play this relatively slow. He doesn't need to go in too hard at the moment. But I mean, he doesn't want to let Lenok boom too hard. He is on 2 town centers, and I mean, he's done a pretty good job at the moment denying the trade. And I feel like that's the most important part. I mean, you've denied the trade. I feel like Crackety can just play this a little bit slower. But we see here, Lenok is going to be adding in some more stables. So looking to go heavy on the spar here. And I mean, that makes a lot of sense. You definitely don't want any sort of spearmen right now. I mean, with China, you know they're just going to be going mass Chukanu. They don't need no spearmen or horsemen. They can just go mass Chukanu. You can see the ram doing a pretty decent job right now. It's taken out 2 houses so far. I mean, any sort of damage it can do is definitely going to be beneficial. Surprisingly, this trader did make it back home. I have no clue how it did, but it did. I mean, okay, so we actually see Lenok just garrisoning all of the traders right now. And I guess that's something that's so good about this landmark. I'll talk about the landmark in a second. We do have Spyhe running in here. Spearman going to be helping the villagers here, taking out the battering ram. Fortitude ability isn't going to be coming. Is that the Fortitude ability? I think that's the Fortitude ability. Yeah, but it was a Fortitude ability coming through right there for Lenok. And Crackety may have overextended right there. More Chukanu have arrived for Crackety, and that means Lenok does have to push back, but that was a pretty decent fight there for Lenok. And we have the meta here now as well, going to be providing that plus 15 attack speed. Lenok is managing to hold on. Villager count looking not actually that far apart. The second town center starting to catch Lenok back up. And right, back to this landmark. This is what I love about this landmark. This is such an underrated landmark in my opinion, because if your trade eco gets denied like this by Crackety, just stick him in here and you still get that nice little gold trickle. Sure, it's not as good as it would be if you were trading, but it's better than nothing. And especially when you're on 2 TCs like this, it's not going to be as much of a huge deal. But we can see Crackety still looking to mass up Chukanu right now. That ram, he's built another one. Going to be starting to target down the town center here. But I feel like Lenok might be able to just charge in with his Spyhe right now. Especially as Crackety has no scout. We'll take a look at his perspective right here. He's not going to be able to see the Spyhe running in. And there we go. Crackety calling it actually on point there. Brings him forward a little bit. We can see Spyhe going to be able to get a nice charge off here. And that should be the ram going down. Not a lot Crackety can do about it. We can see Lenok is actually going to be committing to the fight here. What's he got is he's got the meta set to +1 range defense. And I mean, makes a lot of sense when you're up against Chukanu. We see Chukanu aren't going to be able to one-shot these Spyhe, and the Spyhe not calling their Fortitude ability yet. Crackety does actually counter or kill the meta right there, but the Spyhe still looking in a very, very strong position. Crackety's got just no spearmen on the way, and these Spyhe actually doing so much damage right now. Has Crackety added in another town center? He's not. Lenok is going to be catching up, and I mean, if Lenok can manage to burn down that wall as well and get his traders back out, Crackety's not going to be looking in so much of a great position. Spyhe does get cleaned up, and we can see the first spearmen are on the way. Crackety's realized he's not going to be able to do this. He's not going to be able to do the Chukanu only challenge. So 2 barracks do get added in. A hardened upgrade coming in as well for him. Still a huge mass right now for China. And another ram going to be dropped down, but Lenok slowly catching up. He's slowly getting there. We have another meta out right now as well. Where did the meta come from? I think he trained it from the stable. I mean, usually what we see players do is just have 1 military school set to the meta. Because usually by the time you lose one of these guys in a battle, you'll have another one from the military school. And they're pretty expensive, to be fair, from the stable. I mean, 100 food, 80 gold is pretty expensive, I'm going to be honest. We can see 2 rams this time going to be going up. And it looks like Lenok wants to catch off some reinforcements here. Only one spearman here for Crackety. I feel like Lenok probably could have taken that out and just cleaned up the rest of the Chukanu, but not deciding to do that. So what is Lenok going to be doing? We can see he's adding in some archers now as well. 3rd military school is here. 2 archery rangers on the back, starting to make some archers. It looks like Lenok's trying to clear up those battering rams again. And Lenok really needs to try and repair up this town center. The first ram is going to be going down. Crackety targeting down the meta yet again. That's a hefty unit to be losing like that. And we can see here, Archer's going to be targeting down the spearman right there. Lenok is known for his micro. And we can see not that many spearmen are here for Crackety. The Chukanu looking pretty weak again. However, all of the Spyhe are very, very weak on health right now. So it shouldn't be too hard for the Chukanu to clean up this Spyhe. And we can see both players just sort of having to pull back yet again. But behind this, we see Lenok's getting closer and closer towards Crackety. And with this landmark as well, these traders are worth quite a few villages as well. Plus the military schools, providing all of those free units. Lenok's looking in a better and better position right now. Villagers are going to be moving out here onto the berries. Lenok, what are you doing? That is 16 villagers going out onto berries over here. I mean, that seems a little bit risky to me. If Crackety finds this, that could be a GG moment. But we can see Crackety now going to be building a third ram. Each time he pushes in, he adds in another ram. You know, 1 didn't work, so he went in with 2. 2 didn't work, now he's moving in with 3. And the Chukanu mass really looking quite strong. He's got 8 spearmen in there as well. I mean, if they can get off their braces onto these Spahi, the Spahi not going to be looking too good. Chukanu needs to be microing down these archers right here. But it does look like the rams are going to be able to clean up this town center. And once the town center's gone down, that's not going to be looking too great for Lenok. He's not going to be able to accelerate that villager production speed. So Lenok will need to add in another town center. Spahi going to be moving in. Spearman jumping out of the ram right there. We got 9 spearmen right there that can just jump outside of the ram. Get off the nice brace onto the Spahi right there. Villagers pulled for Lenok onto the rams. Lenok, that is risky. I mean, you're not going to be winning the fight here with the Spahi, and Chukanu are then going to be able to target down these villagers. Does Lenok have his... He doesn't even have textiles. That's so many dead villagers here for Lenok. Lenok, what are you doing? I mean, sure, they're a bit of a body block, but that is so many dead villagers. Lenok, you're going to be able to clear up 3 battering rams, but so many dead villagers. Lenok has just thrown away his villager lead so badly. Why do that, Lenok? Why? Crackety's almost double the amount of villagers. You were just catching up with him. And I mean, Crackety can just replace all of those rams immediately. He was stacking up wood. He's still got 700 wood in the bank right now. And now he's going to be able to drop down those 3. And he's got constant unit production behind this. I mean, so many spearmen and Chukanu are still on the way. Crackety looking really, really strong. That was such a throw by Lenok. I mean, sure, you don't want the rams burning down your military schools, but why sacrifice like 20 villagers? That was like 20 villagers right there that he lost. And now 3 more rams of Crackety going to be pushing it back into the base. And Lenok doesn't have much of an answer for it. Sure, he's got like 5 Spahi and some archers, but archers aren't going to do anything against rams. And Spahi, the other side of the map, aren't going to do anything. So the first military school is going to be going down. Did manage to get that Spahi out. But there the military school goes. And the next one will be following shortly behind it. Is he going to be able to get the Spahi out? I think he is. Only 4 seconds away. Yeah, he's going to be able to get that one out. We can just see here, the archers aren't doing very well here up against the rams, and there are no villagers nearby for Lenok to pull. I mean, yeah, really, yeah. I mean, the Spahi trying to pick off some reinforcements, but even then, these guys aren't going to be finding too much, and Lenok definitely don't want to pull the army towards your little pocket eco over here. You definitely do not want to be losing more villagers over here. Even more rams going to be dropped down now for Crackety. And I'm going to be honest, this is not looking too good for Lenok at all. Losing so much of his production, building some of his houses as well. If you can take out this blacksmith, that's going to be slowing down the production rate on all of these buildings right here. And I mean, the archmass is really not looking too pretty for him right now. Sure, you've got quite a bit of a massive Spahi. But I mean, even then, you only need a few spearmen in here for Crackety to be able to deny this. Lenok was looking in such a good position earlier on in the game. And we actually have Crackety aging up now with the Imperial Palace in the base. He's going to use the Imperial Spies. Crackety, this is such big brain. I mean, who needs the astronomical clock tower when you can use Imperial Spies and see where all of Lenok's economy is? Because I think Crackety knows that Lenok's economy is not in the base right now. Do we have the Imperial Spies coming through? Come on, Crackety, do it. He doesn't even need to. Lenok decides to tap out, and Crackety takes the win. So well played there from Crackety. I mean, I liked what Lenok did at the beginning of the game with the traders, but unfortunately he kind of threw away his eco in that fight near the end. So well played over to Crackety. If you did enjoy this, guys, then please do feel free to leave a like, and I'll catch you in the next one.